Hello everyone. In this session, we will look on cam designs based on follower motion. So before going to the design of the cam, we need to know the follower motion and construction of displacement diagram. So based on the types of follower motion, we have to construct the displacement diagram. So from the displacement diagram, we have to draw the cam profile or design the cam profile. So first there are 4 different types of follower motion. So based on the types of follower motion, how to construct the displacement diagram. In this session, we'll look on how to construct a displacement diagram. So first let us go with if the follower moves with simple harmonic motion for both rise and return. So rise is nothing but the follower moving up and return is nothing but the follower moving down. So let us assume the sequence as initially rise, then a dwell, then return and then a dwell. So based on this sequence we are going to construct the displacement diagram. So if the follower moving with simple harmonic motion, how to construct the displacement diagram? So let us go with the first case. First we have to draw a rectangle. The height of the rectangle is nothing but cam lift or stroke. It is nothing but the maximum height the follower moves, that is the cam lift or stroke. Second is we have to draw a line for the length of 360 degree, convert into linear angle. Angle is converted into mm. So for example, if the angle of rise is 60 degree, then we have to mark a point on 60 mm here. Similarly, if the angle of dwell is 30 degree, we have to mark a point at 30 mm here. Similarly, angle of return 60 degree means we have to mark a point at 30 degree. We have to split this rectangle into angle of rise, angle of dwell and angle of return. So all these are equivalent to a length. Instead of degree, we are converting into linearly into a length and separate this like this. We have to separate this, draw a line. So this line, this box represents the angle of rise, this one represents angle of dwell and this one represents angle of return. So now if the follower moving with simple harmonic motion, the procedure to construct displacement diagram, this one. First step is we have to draw a semicircle from here, from the center we have to draw a semicircle here like this, and then we have to divide the semicircle into 6 equal parts. Similarly, we have to divide this box into again 6 equal parts. So this angle of rise into 6 equal parts, angle of return into 6 equal parts. No need to divide angle of dwell, because during angle of dwell the cam rests, it will not have any movement. Okay, so now then we have to draw a line from these intersecting lines. So like this, we have to draw a line, horizontal line from these intersecting lines like this. So from all the points we have to draw a lines from the intersecting lines if we divide that semicircle. Then we have to mark these points as 1, 2, this point as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and subsequently up to 14. Now the first intersection point is here. So now we have to mark this point as 2 dash, here 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash. Similarly the topmost point is 8 dash and it is returning. So now this comprises rise and this comprises dwell and this comprises return. So rise, dwell, return. So this is the motion sequence of the follower. So now we have to draw a line like this. We have to draw a smooth curve joining from point 1 to 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, and during the dwell period the cam remains idle. So that is a horizontal line. Now this from point 8 dash to 14, that is the angle of return. So angle of return follows this sequence. So this is about constructing displacement diagram if the follower is moving with simple harmonic motion. Now we'll go to the second category. If the same follower moves with uniform acceleration and retardation or parabolic motion for both rise and return, first few steps remain same. First, as usual, we have to draw the rectangle for cam lift of the height and length as angle of rise, angle of dwell and angle of return given. We have to divide this into same equal parts. So this length represents angle of dwell converted into angle converted into length, and here angle of dwell, angle converted into length. Similarly angle of return, angle converted into length. So now if it is moving with the acceleration and retardation, uniform acceleration and retardation or parabolic, now the first step here is we have to divide this into 6 equal parts. Divide angle of rise into 6 equal parts, angle of return into 6 equal parts like this. Now we have to select the center of this line. So now there are 5 lines here, 1 2 3 4 5 lines. Now select the center and divide this center line into again 6 equal parts. Then join line like this, join diagonally first, then from this corner join this point, from the corners join this point, similarly join these 2 points. Same manner we have to do, divide this line into 6 equal parts, and here join diagonal, join from this point to this line, this divided point, from this point to here, same manner in the bottom part also. Now mark this as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 9 10 up to 14. Now this is the first intersection point, this is the second intersection point, this is the midpoint 3, this is 4, this is 5. Now we have to join this in this fashion. So now this point is 2 dash, this point is 3 dash, this point is 4 dash, and subsequently going on like this, 2 dash 3 dash 4 dash, subsequently going on. Similarly for return, this is coming back. Now if we join line like this is displacement profile for uniform acceleration and retardation. So now this is the displacement diagram for a follower if it is following uniform acceleration and retardation or parabolic. Now we'll go to the third category. If the same follower is moves with uniform velocity for both rise and return, and in the sequence of rise, dwell, return and dwell, this is very simple. Follow the same step. Cam lift, rectangle, draw a rectangle for the height of cam lift or stroke, and angle of rise, angle of dwell and angle of return to be separated like this. Now divide this into 6 equal parts and divide this also into 6 equal parts. Now just join a line from here to here. Since this is uniform velocity, there is no constructed profile. Just draw a straight line from this point to this point. So this gives angle of rise or follower rises. Now this is follower dwell period and this is follower returns. Now mark these points 1 2 3 4 up to 14 and mark this point 2 dash 3 dash 4 up to 14 dash 13 dash. The fourth one is, if the follower is moves with cycloidal motion for both rise and return, how the construction of displacement diagram. Now follow few steps. Rectangle, cam lift or stroke and divide angle of rise, angle of dwell and angle of return in the same fashion. Now here the first step is, if it is going with cycloidal motion, then there are few steps. First we have to draw a circle over here, and radius of the circle it should be equal to s by 2 pi. First divide this into 6 equal parts as in the previous steps, and now the radius of cycloidal circle is nothing but s by 2 pi, where s is nothing but stroke length. So stroke length by 2 pi gives one radius. So for that radius we have to draw a circle over here like this and divide this circle into 6 equal parts. So instead of dividing into 6 equal parts, draw a line for 30 degree from this vertical and extend it. Similarly 30 degree from here and extend it. So this will be 60 degree. So automatically this will be divided into 6 equal parts. So 360 degree by 6, 360 degree by 6 gives 60. So 60 degree each will come. So now we have to draw a one more line. So we have to draw a horizontal line like this. So now there are 3 points here. This first point, the second point, third point, and we have to mark that as point A, B and C. And the next step is, we have to draw a diagonal line, and we have to draw a line parallel to this diagonal line from point A and point C as shown. So from point C we have to draw a line. This should be parallel to this diagonal line. Similarly from point A we have to draw another line. That line also should be parallel to this diagonal line. Same manner we have to produce a circle here for s by 2 pi. Divide this into 6 equal parts, 30 degree each or 60 degree, and mark a line over here, horizontal line, and make this point as point A, B and C. Now same fashion, draw a diagonal line, draw a horizontal line from point A parallel to this diagonal line, draw a line parallel to this diagonal line, and from point C draw another line parallel to this diagonal line. Now to join the profile, now this is the first point, now this is the second point, this is the third point. So first line, first intersection is this point, second line, first this line itself, the intersection is there. So this is second point, this is third point, fourth and fifth point. So we have to join, we have to mark these points 1 2 3 4 up to 14, and we have to point, this is 2 dash, this is 3 dash, this midpoint is 4 dash, this is 5 dash, this is 6 dash. So we have to join line like this. So this is the profile of displacement diagram if we are following cycloidal motion. Same way this is for dwell period, the same fashion we have to mark. So this in the same line we have two intersection point, one is here, second one is here. Same fashion we have to draw for return. So this is about displacement diagram for cycloidal motion. So based on this displacement diagram only we can construct the cam profile. So any type of displacement we can construct the cam profile based on the displacement diagram. Either it may follow simple harmonic motion or uniform acceleration or uniform velocity or cycloidal. Either it may follow one method in the raise and another method in the return. That also is possible. So always not raise and return with the same manner. Either some cases the raise may be with simple harmonic motion and return may be with uniform acceleration retardation, or any manner it will have. So now we'll go with the actual cam designs. Now we'll go with the first design. So if the cam is following with knife edge follower, so this one is knife edge follower, and there is no offset, that means the axis of the cam and the axis of the follower align together, or center of the cam and center of the follower align together, then how the cam should be constructed, cam profile should be constructed, or how the cam design should be, that we'll see. So now for everything in general we assume that this follows a displacement diagram with raise, dwell, return, dwell sequence and with simple harmonic motion. Okay, so now let us consider this as a displacement diagram. So initially whatever may be the question, we have to draw the displacement diagram according to the requirements. It may be simple harmonic, uniform acceleration and retardation, cycloidal or uniform velocity. First step to draw the cam profile is, first thing we have to draw the base circle that will be given. So first step is, first we have to draw the base circle. Draw a circle for minimum radius of the cam or base circle. So first we have to draw a circle. So that is the actual circular radius available in this cam profile. So that is the minimum radius or base circle radius. So first we have to draw the base circle radius of the cam. So then we have to mark the center and make vertical line from the center like this. And we can mark a knife edge, whatever it is we can just mark it is knife edge or roller or flat face, whatever it is, just we can mark it over here. So this is the first point. So next one is, from the vertical line we have to divide raise angle, dwell angle and return angle. So actual angle here, actual angle, what is the angle of raise, angle of dwell and angle of return, that we have to separate. From this one we have to use protractor and separate this angle. So this represents angle of raise, this represents angle of dwell, and the third one represents angle of return. So now the next step is, we have to divide this raise angle and return angle into 6 equal parts. Since we divide displacement diagram into 6 equal parts, the same fashion we have to divide here also into 6 equal parts. So divide this into 6 equal parts for angle of raise and for angle of return. No need to divide angle of dwell because at that time cam remains idle. So next step is, we have to mark numbers from 1 to 3 up to 14. From here this is 0.1 equivalent to 0.1 here. So we have to mark this numbers 1, 2, 3 up to 7, and here 8, 9, 10 up to 14. Now the next step is, we have to transfer the height from displacement diagram to mark 2 dash, 2 3 dash, etc. So now if I can measure 2 dash over compass and transfer the height over here, so that will be given 2 dash. Similarly measure 3 to 3 dash and transfer height here. Similarly measure 4 to 4 dash and transfer the height over here like this. So these lines, these arcs represents the height of displacement diagram, height measured from displacement diagram. 2 dash means this is 2 and this will be 2 dash like this. So from all the heights, for all the heights we have to transfer the heights from displacement diagram. In the same fashion for return also. So 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash up to 13 dash. Now the next step is, we have to join all the points by freehand like this. So now we have to join all the points by freehand, all the intersecting points, all the points which cut by arc over freehand like this. So here also we have to highlight. So this represents the profile of the cam. So if we design the cam with this profile, then follower will follow this sequence as per the requirement. So this is about cam design based on follower movement. So the first one is knife edge follower with axis aligned with the cam center. Now we'll look the second type. Now the same thing, if the axis may not align with the cam center, it may be at some offset. So if that is the case, how? So like this. So now the center of the cam and follower axis is not aligned together. There is some offset distance between these two. So in such case, they will be given how much offset it is there. So now let us consider the cam design with knife edge follower and axis of follower offset with cam center. Now we will assume the same thing, simple harmonic motion for rise and return with rise, dwell, return, dwell sequence. Now the same thing, first step is we have to draw the circle for minimum radius or base circle of the cam, and second step is we have to draw the circle for radius as offset distance. Whatever the offset distance from the center, we have to measure that and we have to draw a circle for the radius of offset distance. And third step is we have to draw a vertical line such that it is tangent to this offset circle and intersect this base circle like this. Now we have to join and we can mark a knife edge over here. Now we have to join from center to line over here, center to the point where the starting of the knife edge. So this one. So now this we can mark center to this line. So this is the next step. Now we have to follow the same sequence in the previous case as in the previous case. So divide from this line, we have to divide the rise angle, dwell angle, return angle. So now this angle represents angle of rise, angle of dwell and angle of return. Now we have to divide this angle into 6 equal parts, as in the case here we divide displacement diagram into 6 equal parts. Now this into 6 equal parts. Now instead of joining line fully from here, you can just mark on the base circle as it is. So you can divide and mark only on the base circle like this. So divide this into 6 equal parts, rise angle into 6 equal parts and return angle into 6 equal parts like this. And now the next important step is we have to extend a line in such a way that now we have to draw a line in such a way that that line must pass through this intersected point as well as tangent to this offset circle like this. So now this is the first line. Similarly, we have to draw a line. The line must be tangent to this offset circle as well as pass through this point. So third step, fourth, fifth, sixth, and everywhere we have to do the same thing. So from here also a line should be drawn that must be tangent to the offset circle. At the same time it is passing through this point. So like this. Fourth step, fifth, sixth, 7 up to 14. So next thing is we have to mark numbers on all the points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is equivalent to the numbers represented in the displacement diagram over here. Now we have to transfer this distance. Next step is we have to transfer the heights from the displacement diagram to mark 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, everything etc. So measure 2, 2 dash, and from point 2 transfer the line over here. So this everywhere we have to cut the arc like this, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash up to 13 dash. So like this. So everywhere we have cut arc like this. Now we have to join by freehand. So now we have to join by freehand. Since this is knife edge follower, we can directly join the arcs and form the cam profile. So like this. Similarly, we have to mark with a highlighted color up to all. We have to mark a dark color. While doing in the actual paper, we have to do darken this cam profile. And here also the cam profile continues this dwell period. So therefore here also it should be highlighted. So this is about cam design based on follower motion. So now we have looked at two designs with knife edge follower, both offset and without offset. In subsequent session we'll look on roller follower, flat face follower and oscillating follower. Thank you. If you like this video, you can put like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.